Hello everybody and welcome back to Elm Creek. You join me overlooking this field, and it's a field full of wheat. I don't own it, but I'm tempted to buy it. So it's field number 32 that I'm tempted to get, and I know you're probably thinking another field. We do have quite a few fields, but I think there's a bit of a logic in this one because I missed out on putting some wheat in the fields before I moved on. We are currently in December now at 21 minutes past 8, and I missed out. You can see wheat, we can't plant it. Should have done it back in October and I made a big mistake there. And I'm tempted to get this because I need this for seeds. I'll explain in a little bit. But I was mainly thinking as well, if you look at this, we can establish by looking here that the silty clay is not very good. If we look at the yield, you can see that it's quite low, this sort of yellow here. And the greener bits here are the sandy loam. So the silty clay is not really working for us. And you can see these fields here have got a lot in. And obviously we've got some of these down here. So I was just wondering if this sort of stops here, maybe this field then is going to be more of this sandy loam, which you can see is the greener. We're getting a better yield off them. Now I know we've got some down here, but I was just wondering if it was worth maybe like getting rid of these, selling these two fields here, maybe selling this because this has got a lot of the silty clay in. Buying that one. I don't know. It's a tough one because we can always buy the fields back. But I'm just thinking, I need wheat. That's got a field full of it. Someone else has planted it already. It's right next to sort of our collection. Do we get rid of these fields that are not as good? But then saying that, this on the... Well, that I forgot we got 42. 41 did as well on the sugar beet. It's a tough one, isn't it, to know what to do, because in this month as well, we can't really do much on the field work, because December, as you can see, there's not really a lot we can do on here. You look where the bar is going down through December, it's pretty dead. So wintertime, we can't do much. I wanted to put a load of oats in, but we've got to wait till March for that. So this time, it turns out it's actually quite good for us to go through. Oh, by the way, corn as well. I managed to harvest that other field. It did take until November before that field was ready, and I put a lot of it in here, so we've got 115,000 litres in here now, which is good. At the cereal factory, that's stocked up as well. But also, I can't go and show you the production list on here. Now, I know, luckily, we're at the top at the minute, so we can see on here we are full out of corn. But there's a good reason for that, because I have done, like I said in the last episode, I was going to put some open gardens in. And I have kitted out that field where the sunflowers were, and I have put some open gardens in. Now, I did it off camera because there was a lot of work to it. A lot of tweaking about, sorting this out, trying to get it all like accurate. And then I had to work out the mods that I was on about, where you can get the manure factory, where you can put straw in and get manure out. Yes, that did exist, and I didn't have it, so it was all back and forth to leave the game, get the mod, put it on, activate it in the game, and then find a place for it. And yeah, there was a lot of sort of toing and throwing, so it would have took a couple of episodes, and it would have been a bit messy to try and do on camera. And episodes are what we can't really waste at the minute, because we are sort of, I think this is episode 24. I've only got to get to 40, and we're 4.5 mil, is it? 4.5 mil in debt. But the only good thing about wintertime, we go on here and have a quick look, and we scoot all the way down here to our production stuff, and we get to these beautiful donuts. December and Jan are around about the best time for these. So you can see December 12.4, it says 12.6 in Jan. December, now you see these are fluctuating a lot, because in November, these, or two of these, glazed and chocolate, said December was the best, but you can just see Jan is just peeping through. But I guarantee you, if I go into Jan, it will say it's December, that's the best time. It did this to me last time. So we're going to see about trying to get rid of some. We might go through the day a little bit more, but we're going to see about trying to get rid of some. And then what I'm going to do actually is activate time, because I keep pausing time and forgetting about it. You can see the sky's changed. It's all looking good now. So, oh, that's actually 13.7. 13.6 it says is the best in Jan. The chocolate donuts are actually the best now. 12.4. It's, oh look, it's still going up, you see. So we might fast forward a bit to the through the day. 13.1, 13.3. Yeah, we might. I think I'm going to cut my losses and go for donuts today, because the last thing I want to do is miss them and it go down. So the amount of donuts we've got, I might be able to actually show you. You see, look, there's loads of little things in here. This list now for productions is just off the chain, because the amount of open gardens that I have. I think I've got 15 open gardens. Each one has a lot in the productions, so the production list is just mental, as you can see. Well, just this here. Yeah, that's just one. That's just one there, open garden. So you can imagine the production list is, yeah, it's got a bit mental. And, well, it just goes on forever and ever. So, trying to find the sugars at the bottom. Yeah, we're just never going to be able to do this now. We're going to have to go to the production itself to check up on it if we want to. But everything else is looking okay. So, donuts are the big sell. And we're going to do them today. So, I don't know whether to just simply... Do I sell fields? Or do I just sell the donuts and then buy the field with the money we made from the donuts? I might sell donuts, then get the field, because we can always sell the other fields after. That might be the better option, actually. But let's go and have a quick look then at what's going on down here. So, open gardens, as you know, we've got our normal little field here. A few things, like I said, have changed. And I have had to sort some bits out off camera because it just took too long. So I managed to flatten out this land here. I've put a fence in because it did drop here, as we can actually see under the road here. It did drop a little bit here. I can't get back up. So I put a fence in to make it look quite nice. We've got a little opening here, a couple of lights for nighttime because it did go dark quite a bit and we're trying to sort this out. So we come in here now. Oh, look at this. This was our field of sunflowers. We now have open gardens. Let's just go and explore this from the air. 15 open gardens altogether. This is what it looks like. I'm quite impressed, I must admit. Normally when I do a lot of these things and try and sort these fields out, it doesn't go well. It goes horribly wrong and things just don't work out right, or it looks a mess. I'm quite impressed with this, actually. It looks nice. So the nice little fence across here. I've put a few floodlights up because this area is very dark at night. And we have got all this little area here. And I've run a fence across the back as well. Only just to keep it into, like, contained into its little area. It looks quite nice. And the fence, it's a little bit messy over there because obviously the ground does drop away. Because this was low where the maple was compared to the field. And it does join back up, as you can see, just over there. So all in all, it looks pretty good. We've got the maple syrup here. We had a little path down here. You can just see it does slope away a little bit there, but it can't be perfect all the way through. I'm impressed with how it is. And finally, this little light cut through here. I've always gone to go through here, and then you've seen many times where I've kind of like cut across the field, someone else's field here before we bought it. And it's just like, well, why have you put the path in if I can't get through? But now I can actually officially get through. It's a proper concrete kind of yard. So let me tell you about these open gardens then. They do a lot of things in them. You can do corn, sugar beet, cotton, obviously your normal like tomato, lettuce, strawberries. And they're pretty cool. Now, if I'm right, when it gets a bit frosty, which we're not at that stage just yet, but I'm assuming at some point it's going to appear a bit frosty. You turn into like little polytunnels and have like a white little roof covering them. And all they are is, they're like a greenhouse, but they are open gardens. So you can see I've done some here. These 6 here have got sugar beet in. So what we were getting from the fields, these are kicking out sugar beet and it's distributing it across the sugar mill. So I don't need to do anything apart from put water in them. You put some seeds in them, manure, and solid fertilizer. Now, you can either activate just the water, which means you'll get a very slow, you'll get like 1 to 4. Let's go back on the ground and I can actually show you the stats. So you just simply open the gardens by obviously going in the gates like normal. They do have markers. I've turned the markers off because, as you can imagine, with so many here, just littered with loads of little markers all over the place. But if you just walk in here, you can activate this one. And if we have a look now, so this is sugar beet. So you've got the normal sugar beet, which is 1 water to 4 sugar beet. You can also get a bit of a better ratio. So you've got these ones which use solid fertilizer. So as you can see, that's 24 water, 1 seeds, 1 fertilizer, and it gives you 256 litres of sugar beet. And if we go down a bit more, you've got a manure one, which again is the same ratio, just 5 manure instead of fertilizer, and it gives you 256. So you can activate them all like I've done. So we've got the solid fertilizer one running, giving us 256. That giving us 256 with manure, and then the standard one giving us, a lousy 4. But they're just like any other production then. You can either store them, the pallets distribute out here, or you can just have it distributing straight across to the sugar mill, which is what I've done. So all these 6 here do the same, but at any point I can just go in. If I think, nah, I don't need sugar beet anymore, you can go in, activate it, and then just disable them and go, you know what, I want some sunflowers. And activate the sunflower ones. You can activate the strawberry, lettuce, anything you see on this list here, you can activate. Even cotton if you fancy doing clothes. Fancy doing like, clothes and getting the tailor shop and all that in the spinnery. You don't need to have planter and the big expensive machines and fields. You can just use these. Now for me, they're great for doing the sugar beets because a nice steady truckload going into the sugar factory is what we want. So if I find out that the sugar's getting a bit low and these 6 aren't coping, you just go across and activate some more. But for now, I think these 6 are going to do. They must be pumping out, I've not fully worked it out, mass is not my strong point, but around about 500-600 litres per one. Yeah, that's a lot, every hour pumping that out. That's pretty good, that is. Here, these 3 across here, you can actually, if you walk close to it, you see I've got potatoes. So these 3 are doing potatoes. And then these 3 here. Oh no, hang on. It was 3. These have been changing quite a lot actually. It was 3. And then I had 6 doing corn. But because I had a field of corn, I decided to change that. That was it, yeah. This went on late into the night to do this. So I did initially have 3 doing potatoes. And I've now changed them. So we've got 6 doing potatoes. And just 3 here doing corn. So this is feeding the factory. But as you can see, that if you look at the bottom corner, the corn is starting to stack up now because the cereal factory is actually full. And I've got over 100,000 litres. So if I wanted to, I could change this. I could have it selling directly. I could have it storing and we could just put it in the silo. I don't know. At the minute, I might change them because I don't think the corn is going quick enough in the cereals to warrant needing 3 gardens. But this is the beauty with them. It's not like you've planted them and you spent a lot of money planting them. These just trickle away nicely without you having to do too much to them. As we can see here, 2 water. You've got the water, seeds, fertilizer, and manure. They're all only like 10-20,000 each. Just trickling away nicely. So what I did to help as well is I put these in. And these are just like very small little production factory things. And what I've got these doing at the minute, they do French fries, cream potatoes, sugar beet, and potatoes for pig food. Again, we've got no pigs, so we're not interested in that. Sugar beet, what it's doing as well, these are like little factories. So it's the smaller version of the big sugar factory that we've got. It's taking the sugar beet and making sugar. Obviously, because the donuts and bakery are all quite like hounding on the sugar factory was struggling a bit to keep up with it. I've not got the money or the space to put another big factory in, but these little things do the same ratio as the big sugar factory, so why not? Also, it's taking in the potatoes and we're getting French fries. So as you can see, we're nearly at 20,000 litres and that's just off them gardens. That's all it is. And then you can see here, we're nearly at 2,000 litres of French fries. And this one here is exactly the same. Doing exactly the same thing. Distributing the sugar across to the bakery and the donuts. And also just pumping out potatoes. Again, another 20,000 litres in here. It's all good. Obviously, the maple syrup is doing its normal business with the maple syrup. You can see the ground's just a little bit off here, but unfortunately, it's got to have a bit of a slope. This is all perfectly level and flat. So yeah, this is what I've been working on, and it's going to help us a lot. And like I said, we can, if I want to get the spinnery, I'm not sure if I'm going to on this series, but if I want to get the spinnery, I can turn these into cotton. The spinnery and the tailor shop, it's all a very, very slow process. A lot of money, but a very slow process. Now let's have a quick look over here. This, you might have seen one of these on the farm. It's just a buying anything thing, and it's a reasonable price. It was quite cheap actually. You get water from here, and you get all the stuff if you need like seeds and like an emergency. This is the factory I was on about. This is my manure factory, and if we just go to the marker down the end here, literally all you do is put in straw and you get manure out. So 1,000 straw gives you 3,000 litres of manure, as you can see, because I've slept the past couple of months from our last episode. I did put some straw in, and we're now sitting on 370,000 litres of manure in here. That's just an animation, by the way. That's not the actual pile. So the manure then, you can use it in the gardens as manure. And also the little green... is it the greenhouse? No, not the greenhouse. I was thinking the olive and grapes. That doesn't use manure, just that uses solid fertilizer, which is where this thing comes in. This takes the manure and makes it into solid fertilizer. If we're going to have a look around here, you'll see manure going in is 1,000, gives you 500 solid fertilizer out. And at the minute we're at 122,000 litres in there. It holds 500,000 litres. So that goes into keeping the gardens going, and also that goes into the greenhouse for the grapes and olives. It's all good. It's a proper little production yard, this is. And this thing is our seeder. This, you put in wheat and barley and you get seeds out. So 500 wheat, 1,500 seeds out. All I've done on this one compared to the standard one is upped the space. So it holds more wheat, more barley, and it holds more seeds on the output because it can get through them pretty quick. I just thought, I don't want to have to keep coming back to this and tipping away like 8,000 litres of seeds, coming back another 8,000 litres of seeds, and so on. I just upped the quantity a bit so it would actually hold a bit more. You just take the seeds from here, go dump them in the silo, and then distribute them wherever you need. The greenhouse for the grapes and olives and these gardens as well. So yes, it's a very nice area. I think it's worked out very well, and it's going to be very handy to us. So I just thought I would go through and explain that one to you and show you around that one, because like I said, in December time, in winter time, there isn't really much to do until March. So we are just sort of kicking about a little bit. This thing as well, I wanted to change. I could just show you the bottom here. If you look at the menu at the bottom, we'll go in and have a look. I noticed that I was running out of space for the honey. And it was a bit like, oh what do I do? Because on the last one, the honey was at 40,000 litres. So I just went in and I just changed its storage. That's all. Not changed anything else like the ratios or nothing. Just change its storage. So it holds 1,000,000 litres now of each item. Because in my eyes, if you want a warehouse, it's got to have some storage. And these bees are just pumping out the honey like it's gone out of fashion. And I tried to dump the honey in and it wouldn't take it. I'm like, oh, what's going on here? What's happened? Why didn't it take it? It's because it was set at a 40,000 limit for honey, and I'd hit 40,000. Oh, what do I do now? So I had to sell some of that, which is what helped fund that little garden area over there. There was something else as well that it ran out of, which I had to then sell, which luckily was in like October, November time. So it gave me a bit of a boost of a balance as well to fund that over there. And then I thought, you know what, I'm going to change this because the bees are going to keep pumping out honey. I need to change the capacity and the storage space on here, which is what I did. Put them all to 1,000,000. And now that's all good. I mean, we're not going to hit 1,000,000. But the thing is, I mean, if we do, that's a heck of a payday. Everything in here is looking good. I think I might have gone and changed the quantities on here as well, because the grapes, these are just pumping away like they've gone out of fashion as well, like the bees. Everything's just churning away. Now, these aren't good until sometime next year. And it was getting very close to the 150,000 storage. I'm like, oh no, what do I do now? Because it's going to stop. Where do I put them? So I changed them to 1.5 mil. You can see we're at 535,000. It's just mental. Everything's just like running at warp speed. So let's just go and check on here then. The grapes and olives. Grapes, the best time for them, you can see, is May. And olives is June. So we need the space for that to house them until then. But just think, that is a heck of a payday. If we just go and have a quick look, actually, I think I might be able to sort of see what it'd be like if I actually spawned them. So if we went and clicked spawn items, 268 pallet. Holy moly. 268. The wagon holds 50. That's a lot of trips back and forward. And then I'm guessing we're going to have the same again with olives. Yes. Ooh, but just think of the money. What 4.5 mil debt? So today we are going to be doing donuts. So I've rabbled on enough now. Let's just sell the donuts. We need to find what's the best place, actually. We need to go and... Let's check the best place for donuts first. And see what is going to be giving us the most money. Is the donuts actually going up? We did say that. Yeah, look, it's going up. The price is still going up on the glazed donuts. It says 12,627 is the best. 12,472. Strawberries, 13,362. 13,200, that's still going up. Chocolate is 13,800. It's a couple hundred above what it says. I am tempted. See, going through time as well is going to give us more donuts. So let's just whiz on another hour or so and just see. Let's get to midday and we'll stop it there and see how we're looking. We'll go back to ×5 on midday. 12,599. That's so close on them. 13,331. That's so close on them. Nearly 14 grand on the donuts. Oh, you see, when you see stuff like this, part of me is wondering if it's worth keep going, because we're exceeding the money, aren't we? Going higher. It's when they peak and it starts to come down, you've got to like, whoa, freeze time quick. Let's go to 1 o'clock and let's just have another quick look and see. Oh, so close to 14 grand. That's above what it should be. 12,667. 12, yeah, that's above what it should be as well. You know what? I'm leaving it. I'm going to leave it like that now at ×5. And I think I'm going to get the donuts and we're just going to sell, because that's exceeded all their prices. I don't want to push my luck and it start dropping, because it could do at any point. So let's find out. Oh yeah, it's, of course, I'm just going to find out where's the best place for it. It's the selling station, isn't it? The one we put in right next to the silo. Now we're going to have fun with this, because I've got a feeling there's going to be... Go this way, actually. Oh, that was someone else I did. This. I tried to change this for like an open garden to see if we could use one here. And then I tried to change it for a different type of greenhouse, which takes like fertilizer and other little bits, which pumps out more. Because that's doing the strawberries for bakery and the donuts. But when I tried to put them in, this isn't like in-game one. When I tried to put any of the other modded ones in, it was conflicting with the silo. So when I came to put water in, it kept taking like 2 lots of water. I'm like, what's going on here? And all it was doing is its storage on here was conflicting with that. So where this one now shows everything right, go on here and have a quick look. It's in here somewhere. There we go. 20,000 litres of water, and obviously tomatoes, lettuces and strawberries. It was showing like over 5 million litres, which is what the silo holds. It was like taking its storage from the silo. And it sort of brought it into here as well. It baffled me a little bit what had got on there. So, yeah, decided to get rid of that. And just go back to the normal, like, in-game one. It's been doing okay for strawberries for the donuts. So I don't think we need to worry too much. Now, the donuts are around about here somewhere as a sell point. For this, then, I think what I might do is I might just go and put the zone markers back on so we can see where they are. Just move this over a little bit. We want it to sort of take them on board and not drop them on the floor, really. So if we go and open this side up and put it somewhere in the middle. Okay, here we go. Let's... what am I looking for now? I'm looking for the donut factory. That's the one. Oh, it's a big moment, this is. Look at this, 30,000 litres each. 31 pallets. Do we do them in stages? Because we're only going to get 50 pallets on the truck. I think we do them in stages, don't you? So let's go for these donuts first. Let's click OK on them. And it does help, Craigie boy, if you actually go and put the auto load feature on the trailer first. I knew I was going to do something like that. Let's try and get the rest of them now. Oh, look at that. Beautiful donut. 30,000 litres. That's all the glazed donuts have gone. What do we do? Do we go and... do we just fill the trailer full? We might as well, haven't we? Let's just see how many of these we can get on here. Oh, that's a beautiful sight, that, isn't it? That's it then. The trailer, if we're going to have a look in here, yep, 50 pallets. The trailer is full. We've still got some of them and we've still got some chocolate. Let's do this. Oh, there's still some more outside as well. Here we go. Let's go and sell. Oh, this is going to be a nice chunk of change. Can we get the field or do we pay off some loan? Look at the money race up. Oh, man. Oh, man. 644,685 with a 53,335 environmental score. Holy sh... We nearly made $1 million off one trailer load of donuts. And everybody was worried about me saying, well, I'm $4.5 million in debt. And I did keep saying, don't worry, the donuts will come through for us. I'm hoping by now this is proven that I was right. The donuts will come through for us. Ooh, let's go and spawn some more donuts. And then some chocolate ones. Oh, this is so good. So that's all the donuts done. We've got nearly another trailer full again. This is going to put us over the $1 million. Let's go around. Let's sell. Oh, this is good. This is good. Start from the front and work our way down as they keep selling. I think the chocolate, you get more money for the chocolate as well. Look at this. Woo-wee. We're millionaires, people. We're millionaires. Not for long. $546,636 with a 45,223 environmental score, giving us 1.426 million. Wow, that's just mental. Now that's just donuts. Have we got anything else that we can actually sell in this time? Let's go and have a look on here, and let's just start up here. Let's start it. Ignore the flour, because obviously flour is just giving us production. So, oh, flour is good. Bread. Bread's good in December as well. Where's the best price for bread? That will be at the Johnson's Farmer Market is good for bread. Yeah, it's exceeded its price as well, so that's pretty good. When's best for this? In Jan, 10.7. Grocery Mart is 10.6. You know, we might cut our losses on that as well. So I think this is going to turn into a big sell. So let me go get some bread, and I'll see you over at the Johnson's Farmer Market. So we are here then at the Johnson Farmer Market. It's sort of right at the top corner. And also I did find that the bakery got another like 2 or 3 pallets worth. So I just knit back. I got halfway here and I thought, oh, I wonder if the bakery's got any more. I had to spin round, go back and grab this. So let's just go and open this up then. Look at that. This is going to be a nice, nowhere near like donut kind of level amount, but it's going to be a nice amount of income. Oh, I think I've done this one before. This place, it tags that there, but it's actually the bit next door. You know what I might do, actually? I might go around the other way, because otherwise the building's going to block it going. Let's reverse down. I missed the turning as well. You can see by the tire tracks. I overshot it. I was like, oh, wrong one. So this has got 2 sell points here. The grain goes where it's tagged it, but stuff like this goes in the one just to the side here. So let's just nip on the map here. Let's go on to this and let's just untag that so it gets rid of that. And the bread will go here. There we go. Bread's disappearing nicely. Keep creeping forward so it all goes in one big amount. $135,055 with the just over 11,000 environmental score. That's not bad for bread. 1.57 million we are at now. Now the sensible thing will be to pay off some of this loan since we're 4.5 million debt. And obviously that brings down then the loan fees. So I am tempted, but I really want to get that field. So I might flip another couple of fields, get rid of them to get that one. Let me just go and have a quick look and see. Is there anything else we can get on here? So cake. When's the best time for cake? Jan 10/7. Well, see, it says 10/7/04 in Jan. December, you can see where the bar is. Then if we have a look at the grocery mart, that's 10/7/18. So that's exceeding that already. I am seeing that right now. 10/7/18, 10/7/0. Yeah. What have we got in the... oh, I'm not going to... With the amount of production stuff in here, I'm not going to be able to see anymore. Let's go across to the factory and see how much cake we've got. And you know what? I don't know if I've actually got much cake. There's not enough to spawn there. I don't think there's enough in the actual... in the factory, in the warehouse of cake. Because I saw some cake only the other month. We'll go back and have a quick look and see. You see what I mean? Now I've turned the markers back on, that the open garden's just a sea of blue little markers all over the place for each garden. There's 2 on each garden. There's 3 around the manure, 2 on the seeds. It's just little blue markers everywhere, which is kind of why I turned them off a little bit. When you're down on the ground, it's yeah, it's a bit much. So I was right about the cake then. We do only have just a little bit then. I did get rid of this back in October because the price was still pretty good. It was a little bit lower, so I could have made a little bit more if I waited, but I needed a bit of money boost to be able to fund the open garden. So we only have like 4 pallets in here, which it looks a bit pathetic on a trailer so big. We don't quite have enough at the bakery to sort of spawn anymore, but this is still going to bring in, you know, a little bit of money. I say a little bit. I think it's going to be what, a good 40 odd thousand. Again, maths is not the strong point, so let's just head over. We're just going locally now to the grocery mart. We'll get rid of this. Let's have a quick look and see if there's anything else. This is turning into a show of the open gardens and a massive sale. So that winter time seems to be the best for a lot of things. I just need to hop out because I just realised that nothing's actually showing on the screen. There we go. Let's open this up. Nip in here. And these do sort of go slowly. But it's all money. 13,659. I don't know where did I get 40? Oh, of course. I'm thinking they're 1,000 litre pallets. They're not. This is what always makes me stare. I thought, oh, 1,000 litres. You know, they're about 10 grand per one. We should be okay there. But no, they're not. I keep forgetting. They're not 40,000 litre pallets. These are only very little ones. So at the end of the day, it's still money all coming in. It still all helps pay off this huge loan. Oh, you see, call myself a lorry driver. I've actually got a lorry license in real life. That's scary, isn't it? Don't like the boss, you see. So, anything else? Can we do anything else? Let's go and have a quick look on here. Jan for butter. Oh, we're not going to do butter because we need that for the productions. Jan for that 5799. What we got here? 5742 at Goldcrest Valley. It's dropping, so 5742. That's not too bad. Let's go and have a look and see what we've got in the warehouse for cheese. So just having a quick look through then. So yeah, cheese is gone. Cheese and cakes are what I did back in October. It was not a bad price back then. I think it was only literally a few quid less than what it is now. So yeah, the price doesn't really change much, and then that's why I got rid of them to fund the open garden. There's not really anything else that I can sell at this sort of time that's going to help. Everything else is sort of quite a drop. 500 quid or more per 1,000 litres. It's not worth getting rid of anything else. So I was just having a quick look at these fields as well, and I said I was tempted to get this. The wheat is only... Now, wheat and barley go in the seed maker. Wheat is really the best one because barley, we've got a field of barley there, but I really wanted to use the barley for the chickens. Look at this. The amount of gardens there. That's just mad. So yeah, we can go over to this and have a look. You see, there's nothing in here, unfortunately. But it takes wheat or barley. So we have got some barley. But if we get desperate, we can buy some. I just don't think it's worth getting that field, do you? I really don't think it's worth getting that field and wasting this money that we just made. And I don't think it's really worth selling. Yes, these fields are not great, but they're still our fields. They're still gonna give us something. Might not be the best yield around, but how do we know? That could be pretty rubbish. The silty clay that we get here, it could turn and go this way, and most of this field could be bad, and we just wasted it then, really. So I'm gonna do the adult thing, and I'm not gonna buy that. I'm gonna save me 1.58 million. I'm actually gonna start paying off some of this loan. Well, like I said, it's been a bit of a different episode on this one. Obviously, we've been talking a lot over the garden and showing you around that. But we've made a lot of money. Shall we end this episode on a good note and actually repay some of this bad boy? Let's do it. Let's just keep pressing, keep spamming that button to drop this down, because obviously that's also going to help out as well. Because I think was it 15 grand a month? I think it was taken off us for this amount of money. But now we can drop this down. We'll keep going. I do wish that there was a way you can pay off bigger amounts than just 5 grand at a time. I think it's been 5 grand you can borrow or pay off 5 grand at a time throughout all the farm sims. And it's, yeah, you have to keep hitting this button for quite a bit. We don't need a massive amount of money, so I'm going to leave myself at around about $250,000, I think. Would you say that's about right? Yeah, around about $250,000. Keep going. Whew. I want you to see this, otherwise I would have just sort of jump cut this, but I want you to see this amount we're going to go down to now. So around about 250-ish. Yeah, 249, there you go. That leaves us... that's an awkward number to leave on. Do we go a bit lower? Do we round it off? Let's just round this off then to 3-1. But I want to go down to 3 now, because then that leaves us 84. Yeah, let's do... let's do it. £3 million loan left. We've just killed 1.5, and we're 84 grand. Oh, this is good. The loan is going. We're on episode 24. 2.5 mil profit. I still think it's doable. I really do. We've got a nice big amount coming from Maple. Good old Maple. Did we actually establish how much was the Maple going for? Around, it's going to be around about 4.5 grand per pallet. Oh, yeah, that should be a nice amount as well. And then the grapes and olives. Woo, dear me. And obviously the donuts are still churning away as we speak, so we'll be able to hit them again. Yep, this has been a good episode. So thank you so much for watching. And if you are liking these episodes, then please do give us a like and leave your comments below. Don't forget, hit subscribe and turn the bell notification on to get notified every time we upload a video. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.